Well, there we go. Just got to hit the button, Carl. Don't let people get in your head that don't use their brain. See, because I'm really tired of this. Just stop for the kids. To me, it's ridiculous when everything we do should be for the kids. And that's all I've ever tried to do for all kids. Because how is a man supposed to act if he thinks elite pedophiles are rocking and ruling the world? Should he stay in the same state of mind the rest of the world is? Especially when all he's asking is, hey, let me know where I'm wrong. I don't want to be right. I don't like this. But hey, you imagine that, having that run through your brain, that there's an evil, twisted world coming for the children, more evil and twisted than it already is. Live with that in your brain and not try and do something. But when you try and have fun with it, it's called crazy. It's called insane. What am I saying? What am I doing that's wrong? Well, we can't tell you what you're saying wrong. We just don't like the way you're doing it, bud. The presentation, you look crazy. No, you look crazy to me because you won't tell me where I'm wrong. But yet you want to let this evil rule over and take the children. This sounds crazy, doesn't it? It does. This is a crazy world to me. I was just thinking earlier. I was like, Carl, why do you care about certain things? Why do you carry on about it when the people who should care about it don't care about it? It's like this women's sports thing. Like you guys can say whatever you want. Trump's abolished it. He has no fucking power, okay? It's still going on in California. It's still going on in Minnesota and wherever else I think I heard. Michigan, I don't know. It's definitely happening in Canada, right? So I was thinking to myself earlier, I was like, hey, Carl, remember that one time you were talking to Joanna and you stumped her when you talked about that weightlifter woman who got kicked out of her sport because she had the bravery to say, hey, I don't think this is fair that a man can rock and roll my sport. It's, why are you taking away women's dreams and giving them to men? You know what I mean? So I tried to explain to her that woman's situation because I know what happened was is that and please, I think I've left the comments open so you guys can go in my comments afterwards. I somehow closed those before. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, but I just wanted the live chat off. But yeah, the women can let me know where, hey, like this isn't like, hey, fuck that, leave us alone. This is what we want. This is what we want because I want to talk about this weightlifter woman because she had an exhibit in London, which my granddaughter should go see things like that when she gets older. You know what I mean? Be inspired by powerful women and use their power correctly. And so this woman, this weightlifter woman, hit Skid Row bottom feeder, all drugged out, all drinking, all hurting. And then she found a passion and a dream in weightlifting and pulled her life together and had a dream. And so they had an exhibit so other women could be inspired by her. But when she said she didn't want a man in her sport, they erased that woman from the exhibit. A real woman. So maybe in the future, that the woman that's breaking all the records right now, she can take her place. You know what I mean? One that is genetically superior. I mean, physically, genetically, but shouldn't say that. Physically. Like, please, somebody, anybody, any girls out there, please let me know. Should I be concerned for my granddaughter's future? Because you can't tell me it's not happening unless Rebel News is making things up and I have to watch a big, thick boy in rugby elbow smash girls. Like, it's right on the screen. Like, there's no denying it. And I'm just, and like, am I crazy to think that Satan that's something that Satan would want, men and women's sports. Like, because that rugby thing, right? I think it, yeah, I think it was rugby or whatever it was. The girls all came to protect the boy when the boy was asked the questions by the news crew. You think that that'd be your time to express yourself and give reasons why you are doing what you do, but instead, you can think that if you truly felt that you belong, you stand up for yourself and make that news crew look silly, but instead runs away like a little girl, and then the real girls come and protect them. Like, this is the world I live in. I shy. I surmise hey, these videos are for my therapy, okay? I know I've been out here saying I've been trying to get some help so I could talk to somebody, try to figure stuff out. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm on something, maybe I'm not. Hey, I don't like doing this. Can someone show me where I'm crazy rather than saying I'm crazy? What else is crazy in the world? We caught we caught breaking news.
Let's bring in CTV's military analyst, retired Major General David Fraser. Major General, good morning to you. Trump has changed his tune on the deadline. What does that say to you?
Well, it's great news for the world because we just de-escalated the situation, which was
So he threw the power out there and said 48 hours or your power plants. It's kablooey. And you guys remember what I'm saying about the power. There's one of them out there. I don't know which one it is. Like, any of them really have any seepage. That's going to cause problems. But the one they were talking, they were worried about the water, right? And we're worried about the water. And when Kamala speaks, I listen. And I don't want to see water fights. I'd like to see us get our stuff together and clean the water up. But I don't know. Is humanity smart enough to figure it out? I don't know. Talk to the guy from Nestle. He'll tell you about your water problems. He will. Like, they already got water problems in Iran, right? Because those beautiful people from Honolulu sent them plans to show them how to have proper water and stuff. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. That was Bibi Netanyahu telling the Iranian people he loves them, and that was before the war. You know what I mean? Your regime, though, your regime doesn't want you to have good water. We. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's just my opinions and my thoughts over on this channel, okay? If you got your own, please put them in my comment section and let me know where you think BB Longstockings is on the right side of God, okay? Like, that guy, he just don't get Jesus. So I think you should stop talking about him. You know what I mean? Stop talking Genghis Khan and Jesus and how Genghis would rip Jesus apart. Jesus would laugh at Genghis and go, Genghis, do you know what's going to happen to you, buddy? You can put me on a cross, you can rip me up, you can do whatever you want to do, pumpkin, but it's all coming back to you. When you hurt people, it's just me, Genghis. You're going to have to pay for everybody that you hurt, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way Jesus would be. Hey, do you guys not know how this works? Watch what you do to others, 'cause it might come back on you. Is that what Jesus was trying to show us? I don't I'm allowed to have these opinions. And am I? Are we on Bill C9 now? Am I confined to what I can talk about, what I learned out of the Bible? Because I don't know. This is a weird world. You know what I mean? I go from topic to topic to topic all the time. But yeah, we got Trumper Umper. He saved the water fights, hopefully. Hopefully, we can stop our murder, death, kill. You know what I mean? Especially in the name of Connolly. Okay. Okay. My prayers go out to the people on Cuba right now, too. All because they just let stupid men rule and operate them. But then again, there were good men trying to rule and not rule, but try and make a better world for them. It would have been destroyed way earlier, you know what I mean? I can't even imagine. Like, I know the electricity problems they were having. I know. And then you throw this on top of them, and it's just, oh man. The things the American people are paying for. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, Canada's no smarter, no better. You guys let me know where I'm wrong on this, but there is maybe I just think old school and I postponing. So this is the one I want to talk about because this is kind of going on around me. Okay, and you guys let me know where I'm wrong. You guys, Carl, you're great. That's great. We should be doing that sort of stuff. That's fantastic for the economy. Your brain just can't grasp what's going on. Okay, so is it 308 million? I think it's $308 million that the Canadian tax dollars are going to support a business. And we're going to help them build on. Okay. It's an artillery business. I think it's $308 million that our tax dollars are going to go to build a bigger facility so they can build more ammo. Okay. So, first of all, that should be a concern that they want to invest $308 million into artillery unless it's going to be needed. Okay, guys? Unless they see a chance of needing it. You know what I mean? That's just me. I'm just thinking maybe that's it. But when did businesses get to take from the taxpayers and build their companies off the taxpayers? Like back in the day when businesses wanted to expand, it's because they made the money to make that expansion, or they borrowed the money, and with the expansion and the sales from the expansion, they could pay off the expansion. You know what I mean? But nowadays, it just scares me that we would invest in artillery. 380 million. But that will, Carl, what you're going to tell me is that's going to bring jobs, Carl. That's going to bring jobs. And that's really what we need. That's really what's going to get the people by. Is having those jobs so they have that money so they can buy their shiny shit and they can take care of their families all in the same freaking time, right? Can you imagine if you were a smart company like that, right? I'm not saying this is happening, but it might. We just might want to pay attention to it. So imagine you as a company where you get to build bullets, ammo, and yeah, you get the taxpayers to pay for your expansion. It must be because there's a real big demand coming up. I think I don't know. But yeah, so imagine this if they were a smart business, you know what else they would do? They would hire all these immigrants, all these people that, well, the government pays 70% of their wages. Eh? So the taxpayers pay these people's wage like this actually happens. This is crazy, eh? Yeah, where the government will subsidize. So you hire these people over, to be, oh man. Oh man, oh man, it's a possibility. I don't know. You know what I mean? I would think that they wouldn't do that to us, right? But it's there. I mean, they do. It's not. I don't think that this is just happening in Canada. This is happening in the States. I've seen Kentucky's got a few businesses that the citizens have flipped the bill on, and they're just not. It's just not going to go the way everybody hoped for all those jobs because it was apparently a pipe dream now that Donald Trump's in business. But then again, Bill Gates has changed his business too. Everything he was working so hard for. I gotta say, it's probably because someone owns those files now. You know what I mean? You might want to dance the way we want you to dance there, babe. But that might be, I don't know. You know? Like, can you imagine? Like, we got up by Windsor, I think there's Bill. I don't even know. I think it's like I don't even. I can't even remember how much money it was. It's like a battery plant or something, and they're already like, yeah. But hey, you guys go check that on your own and let me know if I'm wrong. Hey, are we investing in some stupidity? But then again, Canada should check out just its investments on the vaccine, the ones that didn't get used, the ones that got trashed. You guys should go check out how much money was spent on vaccines that never ever got used. It might make you sick to your stomach, but then again, you just don't care. Hey, they'll just tell you next week, we're gonna send you a substitute check. We love you guys. Or Doug Ford's answer, it's always with alcohol with that guy, man. Always. We're gonna let you bring alcohol to events. You know what I mean? Because that because alcohol can always make a party better. No control, no nothing, no. Oh man. It'll be awesome for when they protest, eh? One side they got their little event going on, just getting hammed up. There's the other side getting hammed up, just getting those spirits just grooving together. It'll be wonderful. Doug Ford, I'm telling you guys, that Green Deal, you guys might want to look into that. I mean, I don't know. To me, Doug Ford doesn't seem like an overly smart man, but you guys might see things differently. But I think he lives above his. I don't know. I don't know. He's got that beautiful cottage though, you know what I mean? And he loves the people. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, to each their own. He's got men playing in women's sports in Ontario too. He can say it's wrong all he wants, but he's an idiot. But that's just my opinion. And he can have that opinion of me. He can go on. He's always talking about idiots and stuff like that. Why can't I do it? Like, come on, man. I think you're gone down Satan town there, buddy. I think when you hurt the people, you hurt God. And when you hurt God, you're only hurting yourself. So good job. Good job, Ford boy. But we were talking about the amount of money on the shots that got shot at. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the shots weren't free neither. Can you imagine? They used our stuff. If it only if it was bad. I don't know if it was bad. This is what I'm out here trying to find out. What do you guys think? Because we'll figure this out. Right?
That's the pledge in Kalamazoo. Gets the line, hit the shots, and try lots to find good. And inspired by legends, hero.
Would give them more control, more money, more authority, with almost no accountability.
So this is Kim Iverson. So you guys can go
One
check
of
her
the
out.
surprising discoveries inside of the Epstein files is not only
If she's a liar, I'd like to get her to shut up. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be a liar going to God, right?
Epstein was running a sex pedo trafficking ring in order to potentially blackmail powerful people into doing the bidding of probably Israel or even the United States. There's evidence that maybe he was even working for the CIA, and maybe that's why the United States government is so adamant in covering up the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. But one of
Well, yeah, Bill Barr gave him a cupcake deal. And how? How can Bill Barr even be? You would think Bill Barr would have to have recused himself. You know what I mean? With his dad being the guy that hired him for the school and the weird book. And like, this is like, do you guys even know what I'm talking about? Go check out Bill Barr. Bill Barr, his dad, he hired Epstein. And Bill Barr was like, oh man, that's the first time when Epstein got this sweetie deal, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know how people can.
interesting discoveries that have come out of the files is the fact that he was also a power broker for many. A new investigation has revealed that the Epstein files show Epstein, alongside powerful people like Bill Gates, may have masterminded the COVID pandemic years before the pandemic hit. That they were planning, preparing, they were in ways that would give them more control, more money, more authority, with almost no accountability. That they would gain.
So I pulled this up because I've seen a bunch of other stuff. I just thought I'll give you guys reference. So if Epstein was involved with the richest people who happened to be a bunch of sick pedophiles, okay, I want you to think about this. If Epstein and Bill Gates, which we know, Melinda wouldn't tell us how much time Bill had spent with Epstein. But Bill only told us it was just a few dinners and he regretted it. But turns out now, different story. But can you imagine Bill Gates, the guy who invested to make more money was behind starting a pandemic, like she says. I'm not saying it's true, but what if it's true, right? What if it's true? Should we not ask the questions? Should we just take Billy's just his little, oh, I had a marital affair with some Ruskies and well, rah, rah, rah. I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. I'm gonna be better man. I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm here to save the world. We're gonna do great things like we always said we were gonna do. Rah, 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 rah. Okay. So imagine if they are working together and they did. Okay. Imagine, well, you'd have to think maybe Biden was involved with it because in order to make this 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 elaborate pandemic to happen, you would have to have a Fauci involved. Have to. Fauci would have to be involved with it. There's no way. It has to, right? In order to pull that off. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm not saying Fauci's guilty. I don't know what he's pardoned for, but I do believe that maybe he is pardoned because he was part of Epstein and Bill's plan. You know what I mean? Where they all got to invest heavily and prosper off of us paying for it. Right? Remember, taxpayers paid for this. It was free. In fact, I wonder if the taxpayers paid for the burgers and fries over there in America. You know what I mean? Was that on the taxpayer dollar? Anyways, like this is concerning to me because I know that Bill Gates wrote a book about a pandemic before the pandemic. So if he was working with Epstein, I've always said I think Bill is their master manifester over there. He's just always writing and spouting and trying to make shit happen for us. You know what I mean? And I might be wrong. I think he's one of the wizards of Wizardly Way. Right? Oh man. Huh. Like you understand how this is hard for me, right? I think that they might have poisoned the world. You know what I mean? And not poison it so we all noticed that one time. Like it just caused some side effects, get in there in the old DNA and all sorts of good stuff. You know what I mean? But who knows? Well, we can't find out. Joe Biden, he pardoned Fauci. Like, I think we should, people, really smart people, people that have looked into it way deeper than I, should have to answer to Fauci. So freaking stupid people like me can figure it out and feel comfortable thinking that the world wasn't poisoned. You know what I mean? Like, I'm allowed to think that, right? Am I not? Are you guys so sure that your government loves you and would do the best for you? Because I'm telling you guys right now, if Bill Gates is involved in it, I wonder, I wonder, they'd have to have some world leaders involved, right? So you'd want the satanic ones, would you? Wouldn't you really want the satanic ones? And well, how is France doing? Now, it makes me wonder if he was brought up through the Rothschilds and they're satanic. But we could clear this up. Maybe they're not satanic. Maybe the missus is a missus, and we could stop the disses with just a DNA test. Like this is insane that someone like me has to think that they're satanic rulers because, well, I don't like the WEF. I think they want to own everything and make us their puppets to do whatever they like, and that way we're happy. Shiny thing for praise your master. Because Klaus Schwab says that he penetrates governments. And if he pened Macron and he put Justin Trudeau in the same sentence as his penetrating, that might make Justin Trudeau satanic. Maybe there's a big satanic cabal. Is it that wrong for me to think that maybe? Or do you just want me to quit? Because it makes you feel comfortable. I don't have to be right. In fact, I don't want to be right. But I don't want to stop on your weakness just in case I am right. I'm not delusional. With evidence and common sense, I can come to my own conclusions. Unfortunately. So you got that right. This is scary. This is scary, eh? Yeah.
If we make the right investments, we won't need to live in fear of another COVID. We can build a health system that is ready to stop outbreaks before they go global. Here's how it should work. Epidemiologists will detect suspicious clusters of a disease that could cause a pandemic. A global team of 3,000 disease experts managed by the WHO called.
All right. I don't know why the WHO exists. I really don't. I don't like the ages that they have adolescents at. It's kind of disturbing, but you go check her out for yourselves. Hey? But I don't really trust the WHO. You know what I mean? I really don't. Because if Epstein and Bill Gates are behind creating a pandemic, you would have to have the WHO involved as well, right? You'd have to have the WHO involved as well. And you know what the scary part is? As this is what makes me worry. This is really what makes me worry too. Because you got the WHO and the who made the militaries get the vaccinations, who made people so they could get on an airplane and a train and all the stuff that Justin Trudeau just told us good little ones who got the medicine that we could live our lives, but not really. But we could have a better life than those who did not comply. Where was I going with that? Shoot. I wish there was a rewind button. See what I mean? If I had someone to talk to, it's what it's always been about. This is my therapy. I gotta get her out. I don't know why someone would want to stop that, would want me to comply and not ask questions and just take what I'm told. And this world has tried to steal my life, my identity, my everything. It's trying to turn me into something I'm not on paper. They don't have the evidence on paper to write it on paper, but it's on paper. It's written all over the freaking place. Unbelievable that a man like me is deemed violent and suicidal. Unbelievable. No, it takes great strength to come out every day and try and do what you think is right and get smashed every day by everyone around you. And it's hard on the old brain. But hey, you can make me look any way you want on a piece of paper. But it only matters who we are to God. So if you're in them or you're against them, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Jesus came and he said, my father is not the ruler of this world. No, no, no. You guys got her twisted. You guys don't even know the commandments. You're listening to everything that everything men tell you. What if there are bloodlines that are out there that are just filthy, dirty little animals, right? They need to be tamed because they're God children too. You know what I mean? They've just been brainwashed horribly, right? Right from the start. Bill Gates is just a victim of his own stupidity. But nobody wants to show him his stupidity. Well, let me know where I'm stupid. Guys want to see the rest of the plan?
Team will track the disease and share data and recommendations with governments. Governments and pharmaceutical companies will work together to use factories all over the world to get unprecedented scale of diagnostics and vaccines very quickly. We'll have an agreed protocol. We'll understand.
He looks like he loves you, eh? Because like you want to believe you want to say yeah, but look at him. I'm here for you guys. I'm what the world needs. And the world pays me for it. Like this guy, you can't get rich by yourself, okay, guys? You have to have people buy into your stuff, your ideas, your perceptions, your inventions, or in Bill's case, you can steal some stuff and make it. Like oh man, and oh. Do you know what? If we were poisoned, we should know it. Damn it, this is foolish. Why, like this, as men and women, you should stand up for yourselves, even if you got it or you didn't get it. Find out if you shouldn't have got it. If you got it and we should have got it, then you could be happy. But unfortunately, you guys have been convinced that we should not debate science. Science should rule our lives. And I don't know about you guys, but look into the origins of NASA. That's great science. That is disturbing, guys. You know what I mean? It's really disturbing how NASA started out. You know what I mean? And the likes of Ron L. Hubbard and I feel so bad for people. Like, oh man, I can't like I don't I don't I don't get it. I don't but I do. I understand how people fall for it because they get you to believe in something. And they make you believe that you're more powerful in them. You know what I mean? I got it. I got it. I got it. But Scientology, I don't, anything that requires a curriculum that you have to pay for, I don't know. I don't know. I don't, what do you got? I can't ask anymore. I took the comments down. Oh man. Right? Let's watch some more Bill. Let's have him tell us how wonderful he is in his plans.
Share the results globally. Countries and the WHO will work, and the best way to allocate these tools.
And just so you guys know, they've all been trying to get all the countries to lock up in the WHO. Okay. So they have power over our governments. Like, what kind of government would think that they should give the power that the people gave them to somebody else. That is ridiculous. Anybody let me know, or we should give our power and our brains over to another organization just because it says it represents the world. Maybe we should like look into things ourselves. You know what I mean? Not have. um,
Sure,
Bill's
we have
brain
to
operating all of us.
to get them to everyone who needs them. Well, the key to be ready for a potential pandemic is to practice. And so this germ team will work with each country to do germ games, drills where you see, are you ready? Could you get the diagnostics out? So we're ready to go when we see the outbreak. Diseases are always going to spread among humans, but they don't have to become pandemics. You can read more about this in my new book, How to Prevent the Next Pandemic.
So, like, he didn't make enough money off the first book. You know what I mean? And having it come true, he had to write the next. The next. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could you imagine if this is what they're doing to us and you guys all just don't give a shit, eh? And they're out there freaking selling you books and I don't know, man. Well, hey, I mean, is it that hard to think that him and Epper were working together on a pandemic? I mean, come on. Mark Zuckerberg caused treason. He was withholding information to us. He told us. The Biden administration made him. Like, this is weird. How can we not come together on this and see it? It's like I'm sorry. Carl, COVID was so yesterday. Why are you worried about something that already happened? You're an idiot. Hey, I remember the commercials telling the children that if their parents didn't want them vaccinated, they were idiots. Like they were using Sesame Street against us. They were like, like they wanted. Oh, oh man. Oh. It's like that Justice for Sean guy, that guy on TikTok, where his son died because he went behind his dad's back and went and got the shots because he had to play hockey. And just like that guy who was talking, I heard him talk about myocarditis the other day, is that it doesn't kick in until that's when it kicks in, is when your dopamine's high and kid dies. They wanted this shit into our fucking children. They wanted this shit into our children, and you guys are sick. That's what I think. Like, please, someone show me where I'm wrong. But we can't get any answers because you're not allowed to debate the big, powerful, tough guys, right? You know what I mean? They got the money. They got the money to freaking hide that they're elite pedophiles. That's what they got the money to do. But you know why? Because they got the leader they want. They got the leader who tells you you're stupid if you want to know who's on the Epstein file. You got the leader that won't go to the Epstein victims and tell them they're a bunch of crybaby bitches and that it's a hoax and that they better stop or they're going to get sued. That's who your leader is. He's a joke. He's not a man of God. This is ridiculous that you guys can even have the concept to think that this is a man of God. He has no idea. He thinks the Bible is about eye for an eye. He can't even name off what he likes in the Bible. He doesn't know the difference between the. It wouldn't take a rocket scientist. Hey, if you want to know how godly somebody is, take a look at who they call their advisors, their spiritual advisors. Someone let me know where you think that Paula White's doing good with God. Or how about the dude that got nailed for pedophilia not too long ago? He was a spiritual advisor too to Trumper. That doesn't mean that Trumper's involved with that kind of stuff, but You know what I mean? Kinda like this is where you're getting your spiritual, like, Paula White. You gotta pay attention to who Donald Trump thinks are great men. Kenneth Copeland? Any Christian in their right mind think that Kenneth Copeland's going to heaven and he's leading the people that follow him to heaven? Hey, anybody concerned about those people? I would be. If there's a God, I don't think Kenneth Copeland, even though he knows that Bible inside and out, and he uses it to manipulate you guys. But hey, you know what I mean? They play ring-a-dingy games. They know how to get the cash in from the congregation. You know what I mean? It's all sorts of weird. I don't like this is what I don't understand. And I think it's because I truly believe in God, is that I don't understand why people would go against him. You know what I mean? I can't comprehend how Greg Locke got so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how you can support any sort of killing. I don't understand how people don't understand how wrong it is. And if your tax dollars are paying for it, that makes you wrong. If you won't stand up and say, at least try and say, hey, this is wrong. And try and find a way to come together so it doesn't happen. But they tell you there's nothing you can do. You'll get the right one in next time you vote. These politicians, they're all bought. Every one of them. Ask them. They all have like a sponsor. You have to pay astronomical fees to become a senator or whatever it is. They make it so that you have to have. That should not be right. That shouldn't be right. It should be really easy once you guys figure it out and you watch these people do their videos. Like, for instance, if COVID was bad and we could prove it, it wouldn't be too hard to look and see who the bad guys are who were, you know, telling us we were the bad guys if we didn't get it. Like Justin Trudeau's out there proudly. There's many, many videos. There's all these people telling us. You'll know who was in on it. You know what I mean? The CDC. What about those guys? Wouldn't you think that they would have to be 100% certified all the way, all the way, all the way vaxxed up to make the call and say that that's what should happen? They should be taking every vaccine that they're, because if not, you shouldn't be working for them. Because I think it's like 70%, 80% didn't get it. Now, I don't know if the numbers have changed afterwards, but that was the numbers I heard. So how can you make the call on people to say that this is what you should do if you're not willing to do it yourself? You shouldn't work for that organization anymore. You can go to God thinking, hey, it was just my job. And uh, any other time, I was just a good person. I don't think that works. You're not a good person. You're a hypocrite. You were willing to take money for something that you didn't believe in. But again, remember, these are just my thoughts and my opinions, and they shouldn't be taken away from me, or nor should I be thought to be delusional or I don't know. You definitely don't want to try and have fun in the midst of being caught in a nightmare, right? But hey, sooner or later, you guys are gonna have to take your own nightmares on, right? You'll have to face them, not me. Melinda Gates.
We are writing this annual letter after a year unlike any other.
COVID-19 has cost lives, sickened millions, and thrust the global economy into a devastating recession.
People worldwide are adjusting to radically different ways of living.
But there's hope on the horizon.
There's hope. There's hope. Bill Gates is our last hope. I love how they become our heroes. I love it. I love it. Oh, it makes me nauseous to look at this guy. It really does. And I do love him. I do. I think that he's one of the main contributors that could turn the world back to God. You know what I mean? They could see, wow, evil really does exist. And like that's just what I think. I might be wrong. I can take it all back and say I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I truly believe that this is a man that
The world has an important opportunity to turn the hard won lessons of this pandemic into a healthier, more equal future for all. Learn more in our 2021 annual letter.
did you guys know? Because we got old Melinda up there, right? And we want Melinda to go to heaven, don't we all? You would think that she isn't really part of the Gates organization. She doesn't know what's going on, but your FBI did not interview her. They didn't interview Bill. They didn't interview anybody. Could you imagine? Think, you would think, like, I don't know. I'm not a police officer, but um, for me, if I seen someone in the Epstein files, I'd be investigating every single one of them. And after my investigation, regardless of what came up, I would still interview them, saying, "Hey, Buckchild, look what we found. Why's this?" Right? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? But no, not in America. Not in America. That's not the way they do things. That is not the way their intelligence operates. You know what I mean? Alexa Wexner does not need to be interviewed. And oh shit, you know what I mean? Oh, it's just a weird world for me. I'm sorry, guys, you don't think outside of the box, but please just try and think outside of the box and see what it would be like to be me. Hey, could you imagine thinking Bill Gates is a monster? Like he's like, look at him, he's just a little dork. Like, really, I want you guys to see he's just a little dork. Like, I don't make fun of the way people look because I don't really care. But I mean,
18 has cost lives.
would it disturb you to know that this was kicking the shit out of mankind? Right? That disturbs me. That this no brain is beating us, along with a bunch of other no brains. You have no idea how hard it hurts my heart to know how many people George Soros has outsmarted. I'm telling you, it breaks my heart. I do. I cry all the time. I'm like, God, how? How? It's the money. You know what I mean? The money that he keeps getting you guys to perceive what he wants, so he keeps making more money, so he becomes a bigger and better God. Like those are his words, not mine. But he's God in the sense that he thinks he's God. But you don't really know that he has a piece of God inside of him, but the God outside of him, just like Jesus said, way more powerful. You might want to watch what you do with the God inside of you and not become everybody else's God. Because if you do, Georgie Porgy, I think it might be bad news bears. But you guys decide for yourselves, eh? Like, I always ask myself, like Bill, poor Bill here. I always ask myself, I'm always like, okay, if you were going to pick like the ultimate Satanist, right? Like the ultimate Satanist, who would it be? Who would you guys? Would it be what was that other guy's name? Uh one that's not Aleister Crowley, right? Who was more powerful? Aleister Crowley or what's his name? Anton LaVey. Hey, which one? See, because I don't know. I shouldn't say I know. I don't know because I didn't experience it. Ex- Knowing is really experiencing, right? You can read whatever you want, but oh, I lost my train of thought again. Just want to flow, but that hurts people. My brain works differently than others. It's constantly looking for answers. And people don't understand that. Anyways, Bill here, right? Oh yeah. So rumor has it that when Anton LaVey went out, Anton went out like a bitch. Anton was like, "Oh no, oh my gosh, what have I done?" Now, if that's real, that might mean there is a hell. You know what I mean? Anton might have been foreseeing some shit that he didn't want to see, but it was too late. It was just too late by then. And fortunately for Bill, he's still got some time. George, he might be working on a broken ticker, but I don't know. But I I just think that they might all regret what they're doing. You know what I mean? And to tell you the truth, guys, I do, I do have this guilty pleasure. I do, and it's gonna sound mean and nasty, but it's really not. I love watching the demons fly out of a narcissist. Oh, I love it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't, guys. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But when a narcissist and its demons have to face the truth, and there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, there's no blocking, there's no anything, there's no. It's just you're there in front of Jesus, and you know what I mean? It's like that James O'Keefe video with the COVID. That was a COVID thing too, where you watch this guy where he was saying a bunch of shit and then they go back to call him on it and he's just losing his mind. It is one of my guilty pleasure videos. I will go back and watch it every once in a while. You just see this poor guy, the demons, but he runs. Decides to stay a demon. He smashes the James O'Keefe's iPad or whoever's iPad or something, smashes it. He didn't know what to do. It was a great video. See, I'm sounding crazy there, right? But you guys got to go see it. It's hilarious. Someone getting caught in their own lies. Nowhere to go and nowhere to hide. But anyways, yeah. So could you imagine Billy having to come to the truth? That would probably be a pretty hard thing. But maybe not. Maybe he is the philanthropist that we think he is. You know what I mean? I think he is the humanitarian. He's out there to help and do everything that he can for us. Or is he on the side of Justin Trudeau? Is Justin Trudeau a Satanist? Him and Macron have a special relationship where they got penetrated together. How'd that penetration happen? Because we know Putin was penetrated. Klaus Schwab said it. Putin's one of my boys, or was one of my boys. He didn't really say was or anything like that, but see, this is the thing. These guys can't help but brag. Show their egos a little bit. Oh, wouldn't you guys want to know? Like, really? Is it that wrong for me to want to know if Satan's ruling the world? Like, I'm not hurting anybody. Hey, someone can let me know where I'm wrong. You'd help me out, but I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna leave her on this because yeah, let's see. Speaking of NASA, you guys remember NASA when they had the opportunity to get the best pictures of Three Eye Atlas? The government was out, and so was NASA, and we never got to see that stuff. Just thought I'd throw that in. I'm gonna have to watch some Betty. Yeah, this kind of stuff.
Sponge towels, nothing absorbs like it.
Thanks to Freedom Mobile plans that include Roam Beyond.
August, September, and then you're done.
Yeah. This is the Candace smear. I've been watching some of them.
Told you we exposed Candace Owens in a lie. We found Candace Owens lying yet again. In fact, there are very few people that are as good a liars as Candace Owens. If you agree that Candace Owens is a liar, I just want you to comment yes or no. I want to check the pulse. Check the pulse of where we're at right this second. Okay, this post from almost 2 years ago, from April.
So from 2 years ago.
What's Easter in 2024? Can you Google that really quick? Hold on. Somebody Google that. I'm just curious. Easter of 2020.
Slower, still give
Hold
me.
on.
What's 2024?
March 31st was Easter of 2024. So this was April 22nd of 2024. Okay. Anybody that's Catholic or anybody knows anything about Catholics, they confirm all the new Catholics on Easter. So this was after Easter of 2024. This was Candace Owens.
All right. So I'm going to read this. Recently, I made the decision to go home. There is, of course, so much more that went into this decision and that I plan to share in the future. But for now, praise God for his gentle but relentless guiding of my heart towards truth. Truth. So it doesn't matter what denomination you are. Like you should just always want the truth. I'm with Candace on that. So do not fear, for I am with you. I do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. What is at the righteous hand of God? The word. The truth.
Recently, I made the decision to go home. There is, of course, so much more that went into this decision and that I plan to share in the future. But for now, praise be to God for his gentle but relentless guiding of my heart toward truth. Quote, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Do not fear, Christ is king. Now, if you back out of this, you'll see this person that retweeted this says Candace Owens gets confirmed within the Catholic Church. Now, for those of you who are Catholics, a statement like that 3 weeks after Easter of 2024, you would assume that Candace Owens was a confirmed Catholic. True or false? Just comment a T for true.
That's not true because somebody said she was confirmed. She never said she was confirmed. Somebody else said she was confirmed. Do you get how stupid some of these people are? Unless I'm wrong, unless
false. Because since then, she has been acting like the Catholic.
Catholic.
She is the Catholic. Like she represents all things that
I don't think I've ever heard her say she is the Catholic. I think that she has even said she doesn't even know the Catholic ways. Really. Like there's all the stuff that goes on with being a Catholic. She doesn't know it all. I've never heard her trying to. I don't know. Because this guy on Fax Me, I don't know. I watched a little bit more of him than I should have. Because like I said, I always want to take a look at all sides. And the video I watched of his was called The Bride of Candace. And it really lacked to bring any sort of facts. He played clips and then narrated them the way he wanted you to picture things. Like, I'll give you a for instance. So within that video, he plays a clip of Candace talking about how when Candace was younger, she got involved in, I can't remember the whole story, but she got involved in something where she got to go hang out with these other kids at their home. And Candace was talking about how much of a reality, like how much of a kind of like a culture shock it was that she was at these kids' houses where they had like nannies and all this other stuff, and it was just like, you know, something that she didn't even know happened because, you know, they live in a little apartment where she shares a bedroom with her sister, and they they live basically, I guess, and that. But what this guy tried to do is try to use this interview where Candace is just like, "Hey, I kind of knew that if you worked hard, you could gain a lot in this world." It kind of showed me that other people were able to but anyways, so this guy, he tries to make it look like Candace is always jealous of people who have more than her. That's the way he tried to. That's the way I took it. Anyways, the way he was trying to present it to people, and it was just weird. I thought this little ad must be getting paid or something. I don't know because he tried really really hard. But we never know. We just might believe what we do, or maybe we do it on like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? You know, all I want is for us to get answers, right? That's all I want. I want to know who's rocking and ruling our worlds. And if America's going to run around bragging, saying it's the biggest and the best in the world, and it goes out and kills a million people on lies, we should probably question ourselves. Should we be compliant with that government that would do that sort of stuff? And it's time to start asking questions, like stupid stuff. Like I tell you guys, this should be crazy, but I can show you. And I don't think you can show me where I'm wrong, but I hope that you can. Like Obama. I would love to be able to ask Obama a few questions. You know what I mean? Hey, bud, you know what I mean? Why did you hand in fraudulent paperwork to be an American? What's going on there, Bubba? Why would you go to that extreme? It's weird. It's weirder that the American people never questioned it, but yeah, it's weird that you. It's just weird. Hey, you know what else is weird, Obama? Hey, were you smoking crack in the White House, bud? Were you smoking crack and blowing men? And I know what you guys are, Carl's going crazy again, all delusional. No, there's an interview with a man on Tucker Carlson that, to my knowledge, never got sued. Came out and said that Obama smoked crack and got blowjobs from men because he personally did the deed. Now, to each their own. If Obama's gay, then why hide? What's with the sham marriage? You know what I mean? What's with the sham marriage? Then now we go down the big dark wormhole, right? The Joan Rivers wormhole. don't know if you guys know this or not, but one time Joan Rivers was asked, "Do you think we'll ever see the first gay president?" And she looked at him and laughed and said, yeah, we already got it. Already had it. Can't remember which one it was. Obama, Michelle's the trainee, don't you know?" And you would think maybe was she just trying to get laughs and giggles out of that? Maybe, maybe. I would think that you wouldn't be able to hide a life and create a man into a woman and have them be the wife of a president. That would be like almost impossible to do, wouldn't it? Oh, but what about Miss Macron? Do we think it's possible? We could find out there too, eh? Remember, that take asking Trump some questions. Hey, Trump, can you please ask Miss Macron to do a DNA test for the world? World? Like if Donald wanted to be with God, hey, world, don't you want to find out if Satan's in France or is Satan in America? And her name is Candace Owens, eh? He can prove facts me right, eh? Don't you guys want? Nobody cares, eh? I think it's funny, but it's really funny. It's all about the. When I say diarrhea, what do you think? I think Vince McMahon just a pooping on people, eh? What kind of man poops on people? Now, don't go thinking I'm delusional again, okay? There's court cases out there. He's a pooper. Do you want to be a pooper too? Get paid money. If you got pooped on by Vince McMahon, you can get payola. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a weird world. It's a weird world, weird world. Anyways, I'm gonna go and try something new. You know what I mean? The PTSD gets you down. It gets you so you don't want to trust anybody. Just imagine, just this is weird. This is you can find yourself in a tough spot if you just just want the truth. You find yourself in some pretty tough spots. But it's been an adventure. Hey, and well.